I'm making this little vlog today, the day after the final nail in the coffin in relation to the mother and baby homes compensation scheme. And there's just so much that's going around in my head that I'm just really challenged by. So I thought I'd do this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this to every member of the two houses of the Oireachtas. What happened yesterday is a shame, or a stain maybe is the best word, on the nation. To dismiss 34,000+ people from a reparation scheme is shocking. But to not explain it to those individuals why they've been arbitrarily dismissed from the scheme is worse still. And when the Irish Examiner FOI'd what the rationale was for doing that, part of the answer they got was that the government didn't want to further traumatise us as individuals. When I was listening to all the debate yesterday, and indeed on the Tonight Show on Virgin, one of the things that struck me was people keep talking about the time in mother and baby homes. So the time that I spent in a mother and baby home was minimal. I will receive nothing from this compensation scheme. But the time in a mother and baby homes it's not irrelevant, because if you were incarcerated for a length of time, especially some of the mothers, that's really, really traumatic. But from a cause and effect and from a pure trauma perspective, it is irrelevant, because the damage is done in the separation of the mother and the child. That's where the trauma basis comes from. As an adopted adult and as a senior practitioner in social care, and someone who has a fairly extensive education portfolio at this stage, educated up to level 9 in this country in psychology, counselling, disability studies, applied social care and applied social care management, I have a fairly deep understanding of the academics around attachment and trauma, but I have a deeply personal understanding of the cause and effect on me today. And yesterday was a really difficult day for me for one simple reason. It made me feel rejected again. That's what I feel deep inside. That society now has rejected me. And until you experience that, you'll never understand it. That's the way that level of trauma affects me. You know, growing up, and this is all in hindsight now with my much deeper understanding as a 57-year-old adult. You know, growing up, when you look around you and you don't see a reflection of yourself in the people around you, has a deep effect on you. You know, if you've grown up in your family of origin and people around you look like you and sound like you and walk like you and talk like you, that allows you to be connected to that. The opposite of that is true of most of us who were adopted. And what the government has done yesterday is a further rejection of us as adopted individuals. No amount of money is ever going to get rid of my trauma. But the government saying that I don't deserve any compensation because I didn't spend more than 6 months in a mother and baby home is asinine and beyond belief. It makes no sense whatsoever. And it bears no recognition to the trauma that all of us, mothers and their children, have suffered.